here, I'm looking at one of this example that we did before. I'm going to go back to my slide. Just a quick thing I want to point out. Let's see one of those here. Okay, right here. That's one of the examples we spoke before. It's about the data here. I know this one say high variabilities, but let's talk about it a bit. Here is say SMCCH. In that case here, you can just find, you can see these are numbers, they're not categories. As you can see, this one say 10, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. This is like one specific category. You understand? But they have different like frequencies. Like from 10 to 20, you have this kind of this from age 10 to 20, you got 10 people, for example. From age 20 to 30, you have 8 people, for example. Okay. Now, if you do the average of those, that number will be something close, kind of something close. I cannot tell now, but it give you the number. The number that repeat the most, it be closer to the number that repeat the most, which is a number between 10 and 12, 10 and 20. Okay, something like that. Because the data here is mainly focused on this one right here, on those two numbers here. The other number that we put the most. Here, we can talk about mean. We can talk about everything. You can talk about median. So, okay. We can talk about mode. Sometimes we don't have any mode. It can happen you don't have any mode. You also can talk about mid-range. Okay. But compared to the other one, which is only a specific category, we can only talk about mode only. Okay, just the mode. Here, just mode. Okay, you cannot talk about mean here, just mode. I just want to make this one clear enough. Okay. All right, then again, this definition for the mode. This other thing you can apply for the mode. They say the mode is thought of as the typical outcome because it's the one that will put the most anyway. So if there is a close tie between two categories for most frequently occurring, the display say called bimodal. We talked about that before, and why we're in the past, whenever you have like the 2 bumps, so we say bimodal, you got 3 bumps or more, it's gonna be like multimodal. So if I can remind you when we talk about it in the past, so let me see if I can grab it right for you. So here, where are you? Right here, this is what we're talking about it. You say this is unimodal whenever you have only 1 bump. It's gonna be bimodal if you have 2 bumps, and then 2 or more, it's called multimodal. That's the same thing we spoke before, all the way in the past, okay? So that's the idea we're trying to, we cut again over there. All right, then, so let's keep working. Let's go to 32. So there's another example here. This is an example of bimodal. As you can see here, we have 2 bumps. This one over here and this one over there. So in that case, say this is bimodal. Okay. And then if you do the graph by itself, it looks something like this. If you the shape for it for far away, it looks something like that. So that means you have bimodal. You got 2 bumps. Okay. 2 bumps. That's an example. In this case, you have a categorical again because you got A, just B, just C. This is categorical again. And then we are, in this case, we could not use histogram. We can only use bar graphs. Okay. So here is multimodal because it got more than 1 bump. Okay, more than 2 bumps. So this is bimodal. Okay, as long as they like really close to each other, it's fine as well. So like this one here is kind of close to the one that is all the way there. So you can do something like that, and then go down, and then go like this and go down. Okay, so that case say is multimodal. Okay. So if you see something like that in the homework section, you can say this is multimodal. Okay, any questions so far? Now let's talk about variability. I think before we talk about variability, before in one of the notes, I just remind you again. So what do you talk about variability? This one say, if the distribution has a lot of diversity, we got many observation in many different categories. You got many observation in many different categories. This is called variability is high. If the distributions are only a little diversity, many of the observations will fall into the same category, then the variability is low. Okay, this is kind of hard to understand sometimes because the way they play with the words. But remember that if you have a lot of, you have to have a lot of observation in a category. If you have a lot of observation in a category, then you're gonna be variability like high. Okay, and then in many different categories, I meant. Okay, you have a lot of observation in many different categories, then you're gonna be high. But if only one category have all of them, you're gonna say variability will be low. Okay, so this is an example. First of all, you have to understand something. You say it's not about the frequencies. Okay, it's not about the frequency. So whenever you do that example, don't focus on frequencies. Okay, you need to focus about the different categories that you have. If all of them have many observations. This is an example here of high frequency. I'm sorry, of high variability. As you can see, black is very high. And then white is very high. Hispanic is very high. And then Asian is very high. Then other, it can be like close to high. Compared to this one over there, the white is very high, but the other one is very small. Okay, that's mean here we have a low variability. While there we got a high variability. Okay, low variability and high variability. Okay, see the difference between both of them. High variability, low variability. Okay, so let me do another quick example in which I put them side by side. Here, this is an example of high and low variability. This is about, if you're talking about some suicide, means people can kill themselves, suicide. As you can see, for the women's section, if you look at the graph, one is for men, the blue one are for men, and the orange one are for female. Notice that for men, you got the variability for men is higher than the females one. That means men tend to kill themselves more often than women. Okay, for disease, they're a little bit close for disease, and for others, a little bit close. We're talking about death, okay? Deaths per 100,000. But for homicide, so men do commit crimes more than women. For accident, men is more into this thing than women, okay? And so on. As you can see, the difference between both of them, one has a higher variability than the other one, okay? So that's what we're talking about. And then a few things you need to understand also, whenever you do a bar graph, or I mean, not bar graph right now. Yeah, bar graph. So as you can see, whenever I do each time I do the graph, notice the way that the numbers are represented. Okay, we start from 0 all the way to the number that we're doing. So look over here, we always have a start at 0. It's very important for us and this parametric statistics. So you see, we always start from 0. It's very important to start from 0. Okay, so that's one of the things. Okay, let me just go look all the way in the past. So they would we start with 0. So if I go all the way to one of the previous one that we did, for example, this one here, where we want a skewness, we do also start with 0. See that? I mean, sometimes if you want to do a study and then the graph looks so weird, so that way you need to change your your interval for this distribution. If it's a huge data, you can say from 0 here. If it's a huge data, you can say for this is 0. You can put like, for example, from 0 to 100, something like that, if it's hard. And this one can be 50, 150. That way you can fit up all of your numbers. But it's best to always start with 0. Okay, that's one now. So I want to put out with the bar graph, the histogram also. And then let me go back to where I was. I was right here. Yeah. So thing you need to know about the graph, okay? So make sure that we start with 0. Because if you don't put 0, it's gonna take that, it's gonna look like it's greater than that. Okay. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to put this just because I don't have time to present everything to do the ruler. I mean, it's kind of hard for me, so I don't put the 0, but no, so start with the 0. So it's best to use symbol other than, okay, this one say use symbols other than bars that hide actually the real difference. So this one say use unequal width bars. So this is what happened. If I'm using, okay, let's look at the example here instead. That'd be easier. Say this one say use, this is misleading, okay? If you use symbol other than bars, okay, that's very misleading. Let's look at this example here. This one say, I'm not supposed to show the answer now. Okay, right here. Sorry. Right here. So this one say home sold by year. In 2005, you have some houses that you got, the house look bigger. In 2006, it looks a little bit smaller. Then in 2000, it looks smaller. I know that they say, okay, I know that's mean in 2008, we sold less houses. In 2005, we sold more houses. I know we can understand that. But the things that, I'm gonna ask you a question. Can we know how many houses we sold in 2006 by just looking at this graph? You can just say yes or no.
No.
No, there's no way we can know that, okay? Because it's in the bar graph, it's not scale, it's hard to do, okay? So let me see another one here. That's what we're talking about here. You must use the symbol that we have, okay? Don't use other type of symbol. It's gonna be, this one says do not use unequal width bars. So whenever you do the bars, I know something happens to me when I do the bars, they look a little bit because I'm using my hand to do the bar. So you're gonna do one bar small like this and the other bar just big like that. And then the one other bar like this. So that's unequal bar. This is misleading. Okay, you cannot do this. Okay. And then here it is with the frequency. So you cannot be doing that. No, this is misleading. Okay, so you don't want that. I mean, I should put an X. So you don't want that. You don't want that either. And then we want to start with 0. Okay, if you don't start with it, that's a problem. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, here's an example right here. It's a different, you got 2 bars. One start from 4 all the way to 7, close to number 7, and this one start from 0. Okay, we want our graph to be like this. Okay, because you don't want to start from 0. You need to start from 0 all the time. Okay, because one of the things is that for people who don't do statistics, the left bar look that there's a big difference between each categories. Okay, they look greater than they are. That's why they say. I mean, some people might say something else. This is like your opinion. Somebody's opinion that this one look bigger. Some people might say, okay, that's not mathematically correct because you have to put a 0. Okay, because you got, if whenever you count, it comes from 0 to whatever it is. All right. We do, and I mean, in the future, probably not going to statistics. Sometimes we even use negative numbers in the past. But because talking about frequency for your parametric class, We only want to use positive numbers. Okay, that's on open parentheses. Okay, so just in case if, this kind of question appear in the exam, they ask you to find in 2009, okay, which whatever it is, which graph is best to use? Is it graph number A, or graph A, or graph B? So in that case, you know that B will be the right one because it starts from 0. And at the same time, the width of each bar is the same length. See, this one is the same, kind of the same length as this one. Okay. Okay. So kind of the same length of each one of them. And then we're using bar graph here, not like houses and so on. Now, what I want to do is to do a quick example and give an idea. I know it might be a little bit, I mean, this is where to get all the graphs. Look at here. This is a data that's given to you. You're talking about private college and public college, right? We got 85 private colleges and they generate these numbers. And then you got 57 public college and they generate these numbers. Okay. So these are raw data. If I ask you, for example, this kind of question, do you know how many, for example, this is say ratio, right? Let me see. Does it say ratio? It doesn't say it. Okay. If I say how many are between 10 and 11? Now, because this is a raw data for if I'm gonna have a private school, how many numbers, how many we have between 10 and 11? As you can see, I see a bunch of 11 here, 11, 11, and then 12. If I say between 10 and 11, or how many up to 10 even at the same time? It's kind of hard to see, okay? If I say how many numbers are between you see, between 5 and 10 also, it's hard to see because this is a raw data, okay? This is raw data. What we need to do some organization. We need to organize it so you can read it. There are many ways to organize it. And not in this, and the homework section, they will give you hints on how to organize it. They give you, this is what we need, okay? Here, we're gonna do something from scratch. I mean, I can do many different ways, but I'm gonna choose one way right now, okay? So let's look at the private colleges, okay? So this is what we have. So I'm gonna see, first of all, I'm gonna use my own thing. I would like to say, you see, I start from 0. I know this doesn't, I mean, just that's one way of doing the problem. You don't have to do it that way, okay? If for some of you, I would really fast on those things. This is what I'll do. I'd like to know how many zeros do I have. So I don't have any zeros here. So I'm gonna put 0 for 0. I don't have any 1s. I don't have any 2s. But my bigger numbers are from where? And then from 10, I believe. If I can look it carefully, or let me see. We're doing private college, right? So we don't have 3s, we don't have 4s, we don't have 5. Let me see, we have 5. So let's see carefully. Let's see, this is 1 5 right here. Let's see, how many 5 again? 5, no more 5. So it doesn't have to be that way, but there's other way to do it. So I only have 1 5. Okay. So let's keep working. So how many 6 do I have? Do I have any 6? Let's see. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. I have 1 6 right here. And then I think it's only 1 6. Okay. Let's see. Then how many 7 do we have? You see, I got 1, 2, And they're going to have two of them, right? And then let's keep walking. That's going to be a long walk, right? So we're just doing the private one. So let's see. So how many 8 do we have? We don't have any 8s. Let me see. 8, 8. Yeah, we got one over here. Okay, and one over there. That's 2. That's 3. I should, of course, the one I already did, so I know what I'm doing. That's 3 so far. Let me see, any more 8s? No, that's be 3 8s, if I'm not mistaken. And then let's see how many 9 do we have. So I'm gonna cross out those ones, so I know I'm done with them. Let's see how many 9 do we have. Let's see, we got 1 over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 9. I'm gonna cross those. The next time I'll choose a smaller example than that one. So let's see how many 10 do we have. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You got 13, 10. Then 11, we have, let me do that. So I think I have everybody for 10s. I'll do 11. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Got 16, 11. So let's just mark them out. The 11s. Again, I would have to do it that way. I could use a bigger, I could use, I just want to single numbers for now. Okay, but I could use a bigger, and I could use an interval instead. Okay, I think I got all the 11. Now let's do number 12. Got 1 here. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 12. Okay, and I mark them out, and so on. So let me see. Let me just mark all the 12. Okay, so now what I can do now is start doing the bar graph. Because now what I do, I'm just doing the by category, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have nothing for 1, but I have something for 5. So 5, I'm gonna just put 1. Assuming this is like, I'm gonna do my bar graph. The highest number that we have is, I think, is 50, is 55 or 59. Let's put this one at 60. Okay, then that'll be the middle part will be 30, and then that'll be 0. Half of 30, and that'll be 15 right here. And that'll be 45 right here. And you can just play around to get the numbers in between. But it will start with 0. Now the first one, say the 6 is 1. So it's gonna be hard to say 6 because it's just 1. So I can just put a little bar graph just like this, just a little bit tiny thing right here. Okay. Then because if you do that, this is halfway, it will be like 7.5. You understand? So here will be 7.5. So kind of like 1 will be like close to this guy right here. Then you got 6 and you got 5 also, very small, lie down on the floor. Then you got 2 for 7, kind of a little bit bigger. Okay, you see my bar, they're not really even. That's a bad thing, but I'm using my hand. I'm using my hand to do it. And then this is gonna be 3. And then that'll be 5 for 9. Be closer, and so on. Then 10 is be 13. Okay. And then that'll be 11 will be 16. 16 will be closer, higher than this one right here. 16 will be higher. I'm sorry about it. I'm trying to do my best here. And then 11, 16, 12 is 6. Kind of like lower. And then and so on. I'll be doing that for all of the data. Okay. So one of the things that I will do that for all the data here. This is an idea of what it could have been. Okay. No, don't worry about the way they put the numbers here. Just have to for what do you call it again? Here they start from 0, 1 to 10. It's like the numbers are here at the bottom, right? But it's hard to see because of the way they put it. This is like 5 right here, and then right here there is something like that. But here the highest number that we have is something between like either 10, something like that. So if you can see 10 or 11, these are the numbers that are the closest, 13 and 16, something like that. So here, that's why we have, if you put them together, it's depending on the way we want to do. If you put them together, then that'll be like 20 something. Let me see. So here they use 30. Okay, so I was in the exact numbers. As I told you before, there are many ways to do the same thing. Okay, so another way to do the same thing is the following way. What I can do, okay, you do something like that. Okay, so here I just show you that you can do it the other way, but this is gonna be too long. Okay, you can do something like this. You can say, for example, I want numbers between 0 to 9. You can also do that. Now we become a class. 10 to 19. Okay, because there are somebody is 55 here. Okay, you can also do 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, and then 50 to 59. That's one way also to do it. They put the frequency wire. So as I told you, there are many ways to do it. In that case, I use an interval. Okay, an interval. So how do we do that now? So what I'm gonna be doing, if I was using in class, usually what I like to do is to put them in order first, so I can see the numbers, so I don't miss anything. Okay, but I'll do the same thing here. So I need to count how many numbers do I have between 0 and 9. Oh, my mistake. Let's use my pen. I mean, we have 0 and 9. You got 1 over here. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, right? That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10. Oops, the 110. I say 10 in my head, but I circle 10. That's 9 so far. That's 9. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10, 11, 12. So between 0 and 9, you got 12 numbers. Okay. Now between 10 and 19. So I'm gonna close this one out so I know that I'm done with them. Don't be confused. Again, in the exam, I mean, or the quiz, you're gonna give you the guide to do it. Okay. Anyway, also, whenever you work on the quiz, you're welcome to ask, not the quiz, the homework. You're welcome to ask me a question in the homework, and I'll be happy to go over it with you after class, okay? So between 10 and 19, let's see. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, 60, 61. Okay, so I have about 61 data here between 10 and 19. Okay, that's not a good idea. Okay, again, and the exam, I mean, not 61, I forgot one here. That'd be 62. That'd be 63. That means the entire data will be here. Okay, so I think what I need to do now is to break down my interval more, but let's finish this one anyway. So between 20 and 29. So I'm going to use a different symbol for a different color for that instead, so I can do it. Color between 20 and 29, you got 20 and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Four. So we got 4. Now between 30 and 39, use a different color. You see 30 and 39, you got 1. Oh, I forgot one more. For this, I forgot the 21 here. That'd be 5 numbers. Let's put that. Sorry about it. Let me just go back. Let's just use the pen. So here, I put between 20, I think I put 4 earlier. Let's do one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that'd be 5 right here. I got the 5. That'd be 5 numbers here. Now between 30 and 39. Just use green. Let's see, that's going to be 1 right here, 2, 3, and then 4. That'll be 4. Now between 40 and 45, I don't think we have any between 40 and 45. That'll be 0. And then between in 50, I'll be just 1. The thing is that most of the data here for between 10 and 19. So what I need to do is probably break it down a bit more. Okay. Again, you don't need to worry too much about that. I will give you, and whenever you do the tests or the quiz or the homework, you'll be given a guide to do it. So you don't have to go to what I'm doing right now. Okay. But I just want to know, I just want to show you the struggle you do have to do them. So you can understand the concept behind it. Okay. So let's do a little bit one more. So this time I'm going to use like something like this. This is the frequency. And then for my interval, I probably use from 0 to 4. 0 to 4, right? That'll be 5 to let me see, to 10, no, to, let me see, that'll be 5 to 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 elements. Okay, and then that'll be 10 to 14, 15 to 19. That'll be 20 to 24. Okay. That'll be 25 to 29. And then 30 to 34. That'll be 35 to 39. That'll be 40 to 44. Okay, this part is already serious whenever you do them in class, but bear with me. It's worth it so you can understand the idea behind that, okay? And then that'll be, where's my cursor? That'll be 40 to 44. That'll be 45 to 49. And then 50 to 55. Okay, because my last number is 55, I can just stop here. I don't have to put 60 to 65. Okay, so let's do that now. Let me break it a bit so you don't get lost. Let's just put this like that. Again, what I'm doing now is to help me to be organized. Okay, so I know what are those elements. Okay, so I'm gonna erase my board one more time and do the same thing over again. There were 2 examples. I chose the hard one. I don't know why, but just to make sure that you want to make you understand that you have to be, I mean, the statistic is not a light stuff. It's not something that you need to take lightly. We have a lot of work to do on it. Okay, so let me use a different color of pen as well. So I'll probably use green for now. Okay, I have different colors, so I can just keep it up. Use purple. Now, number between 0 and 4, we don't have any number between 0 and 4. I will put 0 here. My first number starts with 5, I believe. So if I can count, where's the 5? I don't have any 5. Okay. Now between 5 and 9. So let's see. We got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here I have 11, no, 11, that's gonna be 12. You see, there's no more I'm missing. You see, double checking. No. See, you got 12 elements between 5 and 9. Okay? So now, there's one more. A different color now. Now let's use green, light blue. Now, between 10 and 14, so I got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay, that'll be 47 here. Okay. And then you keep going and you can do what? There's a different color. This with red. Now between 15 and 19. 15 and 19. So what do we have? 15 and 19 got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I missed that one here. So here I need to put another, that's a 12 here. That'd be like 48 then here. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just put that one here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, here we got 15. Now between 20 and 24, there's a different color. Let's use this time green, 20 and 24. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have 5 elements. Okay. Now use a different color for 25 to, from 25 to 29. I think we have anything from 25 to 29. So I think I'm gonna have to put 0 here. Okay. Between 30 and 34, I think there's neither either. 30 and, oh yeah, I got 32. Use a different color. Please bear with me. I know this is, I mean, in class, we will have to do that as well. And sorry about it if it's like take too long. That's one of the concept. Okay, so to know how to do these things as well. So let me use, I always use red. I always use green. So let me use black. 30 and 34. So I got 1 right here. I got 32 right here. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Now between 35 and 39, between 35 and 39. You see, so I think it's only one of them. I think it's only one, which is just a 38 right here. You just put it bigger, 38 only. Okay, that's 1. And then the next will be 0, 0, and that'll be 1. Okay, that's one way to do it. Okay, that's any way, but in the exam, all the tests, all the homework, you'll be given a guide. Okay, probably one time what I'll do, whenever I start doing the homework, please ask me a question so I can go over one of the homework for you. Okay, so based on that, as you can see here, the next question asks you the following question. It say, what are the typical ratio? The typical ratio will be between 10 and 11. Here, as you can see, the numbers are kind of a bit different, but they're kind of the same idea. Okay, they try to put on the numbers here. So the typically will be between 10 and 11. Notice right here, based on our data set, the number that are typical, mainly based on what we have here, is mainly based on between 10 and 14. Okay, by typical numbers, what they mean is that the number that we put the most. As you can see earlier, when I was in the single one, when I was in the single value, notice that, let me just use the highlighter so you can see, notice that 11 had the highest one, and also 10 was also repeated the most. Both of these numbers had the highest repetition. Okay, both of these one has the highest repetition. So so it has the highest repetition. So if this has, why did I put this number here? So there was something here that I messed up here when I was explaining this one. This is not correct. So this is not correct. So this number should be like, if the highest repetition, probably 13, something like that. So let me fix that. So that's what happened with statistics. I mean, it can be boring whenever you do it too. So here you can put 20, for example. You can, this is 20, and then that'll be 10, etc. Okay, that'll be 0. Now, here we can do a graph for that one quickly. Okay, so you do something like this. The highest number we have 50. So in this case, I'm going to have to put 50 as my highest one. But again, it can change. It doesn't have to be this one. And the exam can be something like this. And I say, what are the numbers that are the most typical? So I can see where it said earlier that 11 and 10 are repeating the most. Okay. Okay. And then also that is skewed to the right. It's widely skewed. Because the wiser is widely skewed, remember that we have a tail on the right side. Okay. So if I can show you, probably for some of you can try to doubt. Let's take it one more time. Notice that the numbers, if I do the graph for you, but probably I should do the graph so people don't get confused. It is already confusing for you, I know that. But if you do the graph quickly, let's do the graph quickly. Okay, so here I will put from 0 to 4, from 0 to 4, something like that. This is 0 to 4, etc. And so on, right? So the highest one was 0, okay? Then the second one from 5 to 9, you got 12. Suppose this is 12. Then you got 48. 40 is the tallest one. Then you got 15, which is very short. Then you got 5. That's not 5, that's not 15. This is smaller, bigger than 15. So let's, oh, I just erased everything. Okay, so I just erased everything I just did. How do I recover that? Let me see, one moment. I mistakenly erase everything. Let me see, previews, last viewed, previews. I find my undo number. Okay. Anyway, so I erased everything by mistake, but let me show you. I don't want to waste too much time on that. So here we have the graph. Okay, the numbers are kind of bigger on one side. So within 10 and 11, they were like bigger. So, okay, so and that side. So here is on the right side. So that's why I say this is right, it's skewed. Okay. I think I also recorded it, so it should be fine. So you know, I know I was did by mistake, but I'll try to get it after. So it's on the right side. Okay, we talked about that before. Left is skewed and right is skewed, something like that. And also one thing that we'll notice that look at the graph itself. Next time do that instead. If you look at the graph itself, notice that 55 is kind of odd. What all of them was like 11, 10, 16, 32, 55 is like way above, way away. So therefore 55 will be like an outlier. Okay, 55 is an outlier. Okay, so you can say about this is like 55 is an outlier. Okay, this one we talk about large variation because most of the data repeat a lot. Okay, so and then you have like we still have is not really a bear shape, but we can work with it because sometimes whenever it's not a bear shape, you can say we can bear is barely a bear shape. It's barely a bear shape, not bear shape. Okay. So this one is the study. Oh, by the way, before I go, do you have any questions? I know I erased my last slide by mistake. Do you have any questions? It's not lost, it's still part of the video. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So now next idea is that this one is for the public college. The idea will be kind of the same. Okay. So and then you can just here like the number say that typical ratio. Typical means that the number that will put kind of will be the most, like the most value. Okay, that'll be they say about 16 or 20. So here will be 16 will be somewhere around here, 16 will be around here, that'll be 16, and around here that'll be like 20. Okay, so these are the numbers that you see the most in data set. That's what it means. If let's look at the data one more time. Well, not that way. I keep doing the same mistake. So let's do the data one more time. Let me just go back to the data one more time, show it to you. So look over here. Nope, not this one. So number that will be the most, you got 16, 18, 16, 16, a bunch of 16. Kind of will be the most. And then the 20s, 20, 20, 20, 20, and so on. You got 16. So these are the numbers that are the most popular. Is that they are like superstars numbers. Okay. So that's the idea behind that. All right. Does anybody have any question for me? Anybody have any question for me? Did anybody try to do the homework sections on Pearson? Let me see if I have a few minutes left. Let me see, I got like 10 minutes, like 9 minutes. Let me look at the Pearson one more time. I mean, not one more time, a little bit so you can see something. So let's go to Pearson. For those of you just got here, I go to Pearson. So where is Pearson? Where is my internet? Right here. So I know you guys probably can see my screen here. Hold on, stop sharing. Share. I'm sharing my browser now. Can you guys see my browser? Yes, no? Because I have so many screens open in front of me. Perfect. So how do I go to Pearson here? This is my class. Let me go as a student so you can see how I do it again. So let's go to my syllabus here. By the way, this syllabus here is for Canvas. It give you all the calendars. The next syllabus is the one that is supposed to be printed to give you all the dates. Okay, just in case. Okay, this one I have everything for you. So let me go as a student so we can do it together. Maybe one example. So I have two ways to go to my homework. Either I click on syllabus here and look for one of the homework right here and click on it. Or I can go to my lab and mastering. I click on that as well. It will work. Then I'm gonna wait for my screen to open. I say open my lab and mastering. And there I will have all of my homework. So I'm gonna go to assignments. And then because I'm working on chapter 2, so let me look at chapter 2 here. Okay, it's the homework section. Let's look at, for example, let's go to one of the questions. We can do it together. I'm supposed to click start. Oh, you know what? It opened a new screen for me. So I'm gonna try to scan a new screen for you. It just opened up a new screen. Let's stop sharing that. Let's share the new screen they sent me. Where are we? Okay. I'm sharing the screen right here. This is a new screen sent me. Okay. So here, they just have some basic questions they ask you here. Let's look at some more important one. So here, they give you a raw data here. Let me see. You can open an Excel, but we won't be able to use those in the exam, okay? So I better you to use your regular hands. So you say there are how many numbers, how many bears that are between 4.0 and 4.95? So let's see. So what you need to do now, you're gonna have to create a table for it, okay? So unfortunately, I have to show it to you in Excel then. Let me see. So 4.4 and 4.0 and 4.95. So let me just use my pencil. Hold on, give me a moment. Is it together? Why is my cursor? In one moment. I'm getting my pen. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Okay. So the numbers are not in order. Okay, they say to find numbers between 4.0 and 4.95. I can try to do it from here. Look at all the numbers that with 4.0 and 4.95. I can say you got 4.3 is between it, 4.3, 4.2, 4.2 again. That's 4.2, 4.4, and then 4.9, 4.8 is in between of it also. And then I got 4.6 inside, 4.6 and 4.8. Is between 4.6 inside, 4.5 is inside, 4.4, 4.9, and 4.9. Okay. So if I count these numbers together, I also got 4.5. Right? So anything I'm missing? No. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. About 16, one of them is between that. So I'm going to put the numbers inside. It says 16. Put 16 and then check my answer. Yeah, say I'm good. All right. So let's get another one. Let me see. First, I need to erase. Let me erase everything. Clear all. So here, I know this is something that you probably guys don't remember to do, like sometimes have a number line, but that is kind of the same behind it. Okay. Let's see what he say over here. He say the number of complaints in thousands. Oh no, let me get my pen again. The number of complaints in thousands of identity theft in the year 1999, 2000, 2001, etc. Right? Are 140, 142, 192, etc. okay, respectively. Let n be the number of complaints in thousand in a year. Use points on a number line to describe the given value of n. Okay. Again, this is homework section. Then kind of like you need to, I mean, this is like common sense. I know it's like this, the homework, I want to tell you something. The homework will be like really deep questions, because what happens, they still open. We have about 6 weeks or less, 6 weeks or less to do the homework. Okay. So let's see. Then you can do a mistake and try them to do them over and over again. Okay. So which one would be, let's see, was to use points on the number line to describe the given value of n. So here we have A, they say choose the correct answer. Is it gonna be, is n gonna be after the everything? Or let me see. No. You know, I better do it myself. Okay. So let's see. We got 1999, that would be 142. Here we have 142 right here, I believe. No, that's too bad. That's too high to be 142. So this one cannot be 142. Let me see. You got 202. This can be 202. Let me see. Okay, which one might be the best one? So as you can see here, it's gonna be 142 because it's too close to 150, right? And this is 100. So it cannot be A, of course. Then I need 142, 192. This one look a little bit fine for 142. Then you got 192. 192 is closer to 200. So I don't think this one will be fitted here. So let's see, 192, 202. I see 192, 202. I don't think so. Let me see. So let's do the same number here. You got 200. And you use points on the label line. Let me take off my cursor thing here so I can just try to do it. Okay, so again, you got here, got 150. Let me see which one will be closer to this one. 200. This is 192. I mean 200, 199. Then you got 232. So this thing we have to work on them, keep practicing them. Okay. So let's for now say, let's look at the one that probably can kind of be looking like the best answer for us. What do you guys think? Which one can be, you think about the answer? Sometimes close to what we have here. To 142. Oh, sorry, I left my cursor. I don't see anybody. Okay, it's 645. So let's do let's put this one here. Was 140, 130, 142, 200. And then give me one moment, one quick moment. So that'll be let's try C quickly. And it's hard to see them. So instead of you get a C or D, so check the answer. Okay. So that's C because the number of match. I mean, this is a common sense things. Okay, just plug the numbers in the number line. Okay, so if you have any question, you're welcome to stay. And if no questions, please I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay. Okay, if you have no question, I'll see you guys. And please start working on the homework section. Do them, they are common sense, and then do your best. Okay, if anything, let me know so we can work together. Let me just print myself.